Yo, what is up? So in this tutorial, I think this might be the last part to our jetpack series. But what we're gonna be doing is adding the ability to detach the jetpack. So you can run into it, you can press a key to just detach it, and then it's reusable, and yeah. Yep. So yeah, let's just hop into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, I want to hop into the jetpack BP, and we're going to add a rotating movement. So that way, the jetpack will kind of rotate, kind of like GTA, you know, like when you see things in the world, it'll spin around like that. You can also add it to the gas if you want to, so let's just add it to that. We're just gonna add that. Oh, also, I did change, I kind of did that fast, but I did go over here on the rotating movement, and I changed this from 180 to 90, just so it moves slower. So we're gonna also do that over here. Set that to 90, so you hop in. They both will rotate now. So, next thing we're gonna do, we don't really need anything else in the jetpack fuel. So let's hop into right here. When we attach the jetpack, we want to make sure we want to turn off the rotation. So let's pull this in. We're gonna set rotation rate right here. We're gonna set that to 0, so we don't really have to do anything to that. So now when you run into it and attach, it won't rotate. Without that, just to show you kind of what happens, it will rotate while it's attached. So yeah, you want to set this so it doesn't rotate when it attaches. And I think that's all we need to do in here, so we can just close this out. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to hop into our third person blueprint, and we're just going to go down here, find an empty space. And I'm just going to use the 1 key for now to detach the jetpack. So off of pressed, we want to get actor of class. We're going to get our jetpack BP. And then we want to detach from actor. And we want to change all of these from keep relative. We want to change these to keep world. So that way it detaches where we are in the world. Then we also want to pull in our jetpack variable right here, our integer, and we want to set that to 0. So that way we can pick the jetpack back up. So now when you hop in, you do that, you press 1. It'll detach, but you see it looks wonky. So we're gonna fix that. So what we need to do is let's pull this back. We're gonna pull off of the return value of our get actor of class, and we're going to set actor transform down here at the end. And off right here where it says new transform, we're gonna right click and we're gonna split struct. And the rotation and scale we can leave the same, but for the location, we're going to actually we might not have to do that. Let me check. Let's see, let's detach it. Okay, yeah, we do need to do that. Okay, so for the location, we're just gonna right click. We're gonna get actor of actually we're not gonna get actor of, we're gonna get actor location. And the target is the self. Since we're in the player character, we don't need to hook anything to that, but we can just hook this straight into the location. So now when you detach, it'll just detach where your player is, and it won't look all wonky. But as you can see, it kind of sets, you know, sets the rotation to how it is. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use our rotating movement. We need to reset that here. We're gonna pull off of this, and we're going to, if you would like, just so you don't have to like keep pulling wires here. We can pull off of here and we can promote to a variable called jetpack ref and hook this in like that. And we'll just get rid of some of these wires here. Hook that in. Then for the set actor transform, we need to plug that back in. So now we're just gonna pull in the jetpack ref. We're gonna get rotating movement right here. We're gonna set rotation rate. We'll hook that in. Then on the z-axis, we're gonna set that to 90, so that when it detaches, it'll rotate. So it detaches, it'll rotate like that. You can run back into it, it won't rotate. Sometimes it'll reattach, but that's mostly because of like how how I have my sphere collision in the jetpack. If you see, it's not exactly center. You can probably scale the sphere up a little bit and it'll not do that. So just test it out. Might need to scale it up here and there, make sure it doesn't just automatically reattach. But so next we're gonna go back into the third person character. We want to pull all of this back, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna limit when you can detach, because right now if you hop in and look and you use your jetpack, you're up in the air, say you accidentally press the detach button, it will detach while you are in the air. And it'll detach if you're jumping. And yeah, so we're gonna fix all of that. Also, another thing is if it's not attached to you, it will, you know, come to you. So we're gonna also limit that. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add a branch at the beginning. Hook the true into here. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull in our jetpack variable. We're gonna get it. We're gonna see if it's equal to 1. And we'll hook that into the condition, and then off of here we're gonna get an AND boolean, and we'll hook that into the condition, and we're gonna hook we're gonna pull in our using jetpack, and we're gonna see if we're not we're gonna get a not boolean, and if we're not using the jetpack, then we can detach, and we're gonna add a pin. And we're gonna right click, we're gonna get is falling. So it'll be this is falling character movement. So same thing here. We're gonna pull off of this and we're gonna get a not boolean and hook that in. So now, as long as you have a jetpack, and as long as you're not using the jetpack, and as long as you're not falling, you can detach the jetpack. So we'll just go ahead and test that out. So we're up in the air, pressing the 1 key, it doesn't detach, we're falling and it doesn't detach, we're on the ground, it detaches. So yeah. So another thing we can do, something I think is a little weird, is if you don't have a jetpack, you can still pick up the jetpack fuel, and I think that's a little odd, so we're gonna make it so you can't pick up the fuel unless you have a jetpack. So we're just gonna pull all of this back, and off of our third person character here, we're gonna get our jetpack right here, and we're gonna get an equal. If it is equal to 1, pull this back a little bit more. We're gonna grab a branch. So if that is equal to 1, then we can pick up the jetpack fuel. So now, if we don't have a jetpack, it won't pick up the fuel. But if we do, it'll pick it up. And just to add a few of these into the world, so we can get a better example. Yeah, if you pick it up, we can grab some fuel, we can detach, and we run over the fuel. We can't grab any fuel, we reattach. We can pick up the fuel now. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. If you have any other tutorials you would like to see, definitely let me know those down in the comments. Like I said, this is probably the last thing we're gonna add to this. I mean, I can't really think of anything else this system needs. If you have, have suggestions for anything else, definitely let me know. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.